welcome to the Pioneer Sports Report. I'm your host, Courtney Ryan. It was a big weekend in Pioneer Athletics. 9 athletes competed in the NCAA Division III Nationals. 8 members from the indoor track and field team competed, as well as wrestling sensation TJ Waneke. The Pioneer men's track finished 12th overall at Nationals, and the Pioneer Sports Report Mike Baker met up with senior runner Patrick Klein prior to Nationals to discuss his final competition.
Mike Baker here at the Pioneer Sports Report, right now joined by Patrick Klein, who qualified for Nationals in the indoor track and field meet. Patrick, thanks for joining us, and congrats on making the national tournament.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
First of all, how special is it to you to have 7 of your teammates, men's and women's, joining you at Nationals this season?
It's always a great time. I love having team sports, having my teammates come with me. I've been Nationals before with just a few of us, and it's a lot more fun when there's a lot more teammates there with you to share the experience. Really appreciate it, and I know they're really excited too for the opportunity.
What does it mean for you as a student here at Platteville to represent this institution at Nationals?
It means a whole lot. I absolutely love Platteville. I love everything that since I was a kid, I've come to Platteville here for my parents, my family, and actually have a chance as a collegiate runner to come here and represent Platteville as one of the best in the nation. It's really kind of like a dream come true, really. It's really cool aspect of my life that I'm just really enjoying right now.
Let's go back in time a little bit here. What first got you involved in track and field, and how long have you been a part of it?
Okay. Well, back in Monroe, Wisconsin, where I'm from, we had middle school athletics, and that's the first time you could do any sort of athletics. And I was way too small for a football, like 80 pounds, just a tiny little guy. So my mother said, hey, your older brother is switching from football to cross country. You should try that too. So, okay, I'll try this running thing. And it worked out okay. It wasn't anything great until the later years of high school. And then I realized I had some potential that I could unlock, and I worked really hard. I could get some cool things to happen. And so I came here, and so far so good.
And I understand you ran a little bit of cross country here at Platteville too.
Yep.
How much does that translate to track and field?
Oh, as a distance runner, it's everything, absolutely. Without cross country, my aerobic base would be much lower. I couldn't train at the higher intensities that I work at right now. And not to mention, it's been a great experience. A lot of camaraderie with cross country, and Coach Tom Anzac has been coaching me in cross country and in track. So it's even better that he's with me the whole year. So we have the same wavelength, same workouts, same practice ideas, same philosophy. It's absolutely essential to my track and field sport.
What have him and Coach Nick Ash meant to you personally, coaching you throughout the years here at Platteville?
Oh, a lot. Great friends, Nick Ash and Anzac both. I know touring here when I was in high school, because my older brother ran here, actually. And my younger brother does too. Just really get to know the guys and get to know my family, and it just meant a lot, especially just kind of going from that high school 16-year-old that, oh, this kid might come out, he might fail out of school for all we know, but obviously it didn't happen. But it's just been a lot of fun getting to know the guys and making them proud.
This is the indoor national meet. What are some of the differences between indoor and outdoor running?
First of all, obviously, it's the 200-meter track instead of 400-meter track, which isn't a big deal. But usually, because it's a smaller space, especially in the shorter races where faster, it slows you down a little bit, for starters. And then secondly, strategically, tactically, there's a lot of differences. Not a lot of room to navigate on the corners. So if you're trying to pass on the corners, you're going to be a slower time. Much difficult to get around guys. Secondly, more laps. And so there's different points. There's more numerous points in the races where you can make moves, and it's just a whole different sport in general. It takes a lot of practice getting used to, but at least the weather's always nice indoors.
Good point. Unfortunately, you do not have outdoor eligibility left this year. This will be a race. Does that fuel you here as far as finishing here in the upcoming national event?
Definitely. I know with this being my last season, I better do it right, you know. Having no outdoor, it's kind of a bummer, but got to graduate sometime, you know. But it's definitely a motivation to do well in my career on a high note and really get the good things that happen now.
Looking back at the years here at Platteville, what have been some of your fondest memories of running track or cross country here at Platteville?
Gotcha. First of all, it sounds cliche, but it really is the teammates and the coaching staff. I mean, I wouldn't run if it wasn't fun, really. And the guys have made it guys that are 5 years older than I am right now and guys that are 5 years younger than me. I mean, I know a wide berth of people, and it's been a lot of fun. But some of the fondest memories was just kind of like certain races, certain moments where you realize you can do more than what you thought you could. And it's those moments where you realize you have extra potential that can be unlocked and utilized and worked on to become even better. It's those learning moments that really kind of fuel you to keep going, see what else you can unlock.
What is your goal for nationals? Is it to win it all?
It would be to win it all, yeah. I've been chasing the mile for a couple of years now, and I've had some success my first time at nationals with the 4th place medal in the mile. Last year got pretty sick, very sick during nationals week, and squeaked out with an 8th place finish. And this year I'm in one of the best shape of my life. I've had some great training, great success so far, and I'm working to shoot for the top. Why not?
All right, that's Patrick Klein, and once again, thank you for joining us, and good luck here at Nationals.
Thank you again for having me.
This has been Mike Baker for the Pioneer Sports Report.
Patrick finished in second place with a time of 4 minutes, 10 seconds, and 36 hundredths of a second, which earned him an All-American honors. Klein was also placed 13th in the 5,000-meter run, and his other teammates also earned All-American honors. Junior Ben Farrell placed in 4th place in the 400-meter dash with a time of 49 seconds and 16 hundredths of a second. Sophomore Ace McCarty placed 6th in the men's high jump with a clearance of 6 feet 8 inches and 3/4, and sophomore TJ Valley placed 8th in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 8 seconds and 36 hundredths of a second. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll talk women's track. And welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Report. As I mentioned before, not only did the men's indoor track team make it to the NCAA national meet, but also the women's team. The women's track team was led by senior Ann Tank, who competed in the 800-meter as well as the 4x400-meter relay. The Pioneer Sports Report Mike Baker also met up with Ann Tank prior to nationals to talk about her 3rd appearance at the meet.
Mike Baker here for the Pioneer Sports Report. Right now I'm joined by Ann Tank, who qualified for the National Indoor Track and Field Tournament. And it's your 4th appearance there. It never gets old, though, does it?
It really doesn't. Every meet is different. It's a lot of fun.
How much will that experience help you out this year at the Indoor Track and Field meet?
I guess experience, just the more I go there, the more I think it's just another race, and I don't get as nervous. I mean, it's another race. I mean, obviously my freshman year I was very nervous going into the meet, and I don't know, the more I've experienced it, I'm just a lot more relaxed and confident in my abilities.
We did this with Patrick. We'll do it for you too. We'll go back in time. What got you into track and field, and how much has track and field been a part of your life?
I started in the middle school, and then I actually didn't go out for track my freshman year in high school. And actually in 8th grade, I said I was never going to do track again. But then my high school coaches, very successful. And then also cross country, I had a very successful freshman year, and I decided that in order to be successful in cross country, I decided to try out track, and I actually really enjoyed it. So then, yeah, it all snowballed from there, I guess.
You're from Dodgeville, not too far away from here. How much has that proximity helped you out as far as having parents and family and friends at meets?
Well, I'm a very small town girl. I knew from Dodgeville that I wanted to come to a small school, and knowing that I'm only 25 minutes away and that my parents are 25 minutes away, it makes it nice for me if I ever need anything that they're there.
What does it mean to you to represent the University of Wisconsin-Platteville at this year's indoor track and field meet?
It means a lot. I mean, not everyone gets a chance to compete at national championships, so it means a lot. I want to try my best and really make this university look good, and I look forward to it.
You have 7 teammates, about 3 others on the women's team, 4 on the men's team. How much fun will it be to have them joining you at the national meet?
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun. I've been very blessed. Every national meet I've gone to, I've been a part of the 4x4 relay team. So it's very special to have teammates along there with me. I can't imagine going to a national meet all by myself without teammates. So having them there, they're here at practice. They're always pushing me to be better. So it'll mean a lot.
What are some of the differences between relay races, besides you have teammates joining you, and individual races?
I guess you want to do good as an individual, but as a team, you're a team. You want to succeed for your teammates, and you want to do your part, and I enjoy being a part of that team. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's a lot of fun.
What is having Coach Nick Ash and the other coaches here as part of the track and field team? How have they helped you grow as a person, and what have they meant to you?
I've been very blessed with great coaches. Starting in high school, like I mentioned before, my high school coaches were great. They continue to come to my meets, and now my college coach, Coach Anzac, actually went to college with my high school coach. So that's how I was drawn to Platteville, was Coach Anzac and his success. So his support, he draws up the workouts. He helps me become who I've been as a runner. So his support means a lot, and I trust him in all that he does.
How do you train for a sport like track and field, and how do you train differently for indoor meets compared to outdoor meets?
It's kind of the same. We do a lot of our hard workouts at the beginning of the year, and then gradually it gets easier. And I don't know, as a 400, 800 miler runner, it's really the same. I don't know, lots of speed on Tuesdays, and I don't know, it's pretty much the same. But
a little warmer indoors, I suppose.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
You and Patrick are both seniors. Patrick Klein on the men's track and field team, both seniors. How much has it meant having him here, and especially joining you a lot at national events as well? And how much has he helped push you and you push him, even though you are on the separate men's and women's track and field teams?
Oh, it's definitely a blessing having Patrick around. He's like a brother to me. He's one of my best friends, so it's always fun. He's very motivating. He's a great runner, great person, more importantly. So I really enjoy being on the same team as Patrick, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
What are your goals for this year's national indoor track and field meet?
Well, last year I guess I can start from the beginning. My sophomore year I placed 8th in the 800, and last year I placed 2nd. So I don't know. You look to go out on top. There's a lot of great runners in the race, but I know with 200 meters to go, it's anyone's race. So do my best and see what happens, I guess.
How much does being part of a conference like the WIC, I believe one of the runners in front of you is from Oshkosh, how much does that help you come national tournament time?
It definitely helps me. When I saw her at the WIAC 2 weeks ago, I was running around with her after one of our races, and I just kept telling her, it's so great to run against you, because she's a great runner. She's fun to run against, so I'm looking forward to doing it again at nationals. So I know she's running a lot of different events, so her legs will be tired, so we'll see what I can do. I've never beaten her, but I look forward to trying.
First time for everything.
Exactly.
You got outdoor season coming up as well, but can't look ahead. Good luck at the indoor track and field, the national indoor track and field tournament.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
This has been Mike Baker for the Pioneer Sports Report.
Ann Tank unfortunately did not place in the 800-meter race. However, the women's 4x400 relay placed 9th with a time of 3 minutes, 55 seconds, and 42 hundredths of a second. The relay team missed All-American honors by 1 place. The 4x400 relay team consists of Ann Tank, Carshella Porter, Stephanie Weiss, and Deidre Dillman. Stay tuned because when we come back, we'll sit down with wrestler TJ Waneke. And welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Report. Right now we're joined by wrestling sensation TJ Waneke. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So first, to start off, you had a successful high school career coming from Darlington. Dodgeville, starting in Dodgeville, sorry. What was the biggest change from high school to college wrestling?
The competition's a lot harder. In high school, you don't have to necessarily be really good to win state, but in college you have to go to the next level, and it's hard to make that step. So I don't think I've entirely made the step myself yet, but I'm trying to get there.
Now, you started off at Northern Illinois when you first went to school.
Yep.
What prompted you to transfer from Northern Illinois to Platteville?
Platteville's more laid back compared to Northern Illinois. There's a ton of kids. You get lost in the crowd. And here, you kind of get to be your own person, and I enjoy that.
What was the difference with the wrestling programs?
There's not a huge difference. It's about the same, actually. I mean, you wrestle a little better competition there, probably, but here it's a little more relaxed again, and you can kind of go your own way, do what you want yourself. So.
Now, because Northern Illinois is D1, was there a difference in the training programs, the preseason preparation at all?
It's not too much difference. We did a lot of running there. We do a lot of running here. We had morning lifts there, which we don't have here. We usually lift in the afternoons here, but it's pretty similar. So.
Now, transferring as a junior is kind of tough. Was the team here welcoming?
Oh yeah, it was very welcoming. I wouldn't say the guys look up to me, but they made me feel at home here.
So what's the best thing so far you like about Platteville?
I just like the small, tight-knit community. It's not too big. It's not too small. I just like the people.
And now, because Dodgeville isn't that far from here, do you like the fact that you're a lot closer to home compared to when you're in Illinois?
I enjoy that part of it as well. I mean, I still have the same crowd that comes watches me in college as I did in high school, so
that's
I enjoy that. Yeah.
Good atmosphere.
Yep.
They come to all your wrestling matches.
They try and make it to all the ones that they can, but
now,
sometimes.
Focusing in on your season, you had a fantastic season, 31 wins and only 7 losses. Can you kind of talk about how you prepared for the season and what a winning season like that means to you as only a junior?
More so, I had to get mentally prepared this season. I know what it's like to be there, go through a whole season I had before. I just wanted to see if I could win or make it to that next step and maybe be an All-American, maybe win a national title. I fell short this year, but maybe next year it'll be another story.
Well, you won a lot of accolades this year. Wrestler of the Week by the WEAC. You had 23 pins on the season. I believe that was the most in D3. You got a big award for that.
Yep.
Does that all kind of make you feel good? I mean, talk about how that adds to like your ego as a wrestler, preparing for the matches that you have to do after you get those accolades.
Well, it boosts your confidence a little bit, but what it all boils down to, it's either you make the podium or you don't. And I did it this year, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, you did. I mean, you went into nationals, 8th seed. That's outstanding.
I made nationals, but there's a bigger picture, and I was looking forward to it, but I just didn't have it this year.
What was the experience like at nationals though?
Oh, it was awesome. The crowd's awesome. There's big screens and you get to see yourself on them, and it's crazy. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So you're kind of looking for next year to get to that same place?
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
Great. Well, we wish you the best of luck next year, and we thank you so much for coming on to our show.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thank you. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we will preview your spring season. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Pioneer Sports Report. We just caught up with all NCAA Division III competitors, and now we are going to look ahead in the spring sports. The men's baseball team is looking to make a name for themselves this year in the WEAC. However, they will not be taking a road trip to play any spring training games. In fact, this year they are playing weekend doubleheaders in order to prepare. I was able to catch up with former player turned batting coach Joe Nakowitz. So can you tell me a little bit about what you guys are expecting for the season this year?
Yeah, we mainly just want to improve on last year. Kind of a down year. Had a lot of young guys, a lot of guys that probably weren't expecting to get a whole lot of playing time. Kind of had to step in last year and kind of just thrown right into the mix. So kind of they have another year of experience, which really is shown right now is making a ton of difference. Look like we're a lot better already than we were last year, and we have some older guys, Cody Luther, Levi Nye. Pitching staff's definitely improved, but we're just looking for guys to basically improve on last year and step up and take us another new direction.
And you were just saying this year you guys aren't taking a spring break trip. Why is that, and what do you guys plan on doing instead?
Well, we decided, it's pretty expensive to bus down to Florida, and you kind of get stuck at those complexes where you're on a time limit, and it's just kind of cramped. So what we're doing is just taking a couple weekend trips. We already went to Alabama once. This coming weekend, leaving tomorrow for Jacksonville, Illinois, and then the next weekend we're going to Franklin, Indiana. The following weekend we're going to St. Louis, and then we open up conference. So we're just kind of doing some weekend trips, 3 or 4 game sets on the weekends.
And the conferences you guys are playing away on the weekends, how do they compare to the WEAC conference?
They're pretty good. Coach Freeze tries to load up our schedule with a lot of top 25 teams, a lot of regional teams. I know the team we played already in Alabama is in the top 25. Teams are playing this weekend are top.
The men's team fell short this past weekend to Buena Vista 9-7, and again to North Central 7-4. A couple of tough games and very good competition. But be sure to tune into our show after spring break when we catch up with the women's softball team, outdoor track, and have more baseball news. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Courtney Ryan.